Yeah. Nah, I just think to hold a team to, I think, 51 points through 3 quarters, you just don't see that. And it's a credit to our guys that hate losing. You know, the gym was chippy this morning, just the way I like it. We talked about giving up 3 30-point quarters to Atlanta. So to hold a team to 51 through 3 against the team that just beat Philly says a lot about our squad. And that's the standard that we've, you know, put forth, and we want to, you know, push up, if you will, because we know that you can't win big in this league if you can't get stops. And we just got stop after stop after stop, and it was impressive.
You also mentioned before the end about 8. You said you expected him to start.
Yeah. I just thought his presence in the paint, not only for himself, but he generated threes on the backside for us. His seals were a lot better tonight. You can tell he's getting his legs back under him. And I knew he was going hard because around the 4-minute mark in the first, he was like, "Coach, get me." And I love that because, 1, he didn't want to hurt the team, but 2, I knew he was getting himself into the kind of shape that it's going to take for him to be the player that we expect. And it just takes guys a few games to get that game rhythm. And when you're not practicing and you're not playing 5-on-5, it's hard to keep a rhythm when you're out.
Curious, you said obviously Chippy and free, shoot around, but defensively, when did you sense early that, you know what, they're in?
Communication. Yeah, we were locked in. Guys were calling out situations before they happened. Our transition defense was on point, but the communication, all of our screening partners or switching partners were locked in. And when we communicate early like that and we got hands on bodies to the legal limit, we give ourselves a chance to force teams into the second and third option. And then at that point, you got to guard. And we were able to do that all night long.
I was curious, it didn't really hit me until tonight, seeing no Shaman, no Payne.
Yeah.
In your rotation where you had Cam at the 2 at one.
Yeah.
At the one point.
Yeah.
What's that been like, not having those 2 guards?
Yeah. It's given us some different looks. But it also tonight gave us me a chance to put the ball in Cam Johnson's hands, and he threw a lob. I put him in a high pick and roll. He gets all the way to the basket for a layup. So I think with the kind of team we have and the circumstances that we've been dealt, you kind of have to figure it out, but you're figuring it out with guys who can do what you want them to do. And I think Cam, as I've said from the time we got him, is more than just a shooter. He can be a playmaker. He's a finisher. He made a great back cut, and Book found him for a layup at the basket. And I just thought Chris and Book all night long just kept making championship assists. And that's what I told those guys. I'm like, man, I told Book, the one play he made to Cam in the corner, I said, you have more money than me, but I almost wanted to put you in my will after that play he made to Cam for the 3 in the corner, because he easily could have taken the shot or gotten to the basket. He saw Cam get into the corner. He just found him for a shot. That was impressive. That's a we score mentality.
Is that part of also that, the dive was there and he kind of probed it a little bit?
Yeah.
And then
It's the ability to know where you're supposed to be, but have command of the situation where, you're dribbling the ball. They can't steal it from you. You're keeping everybody engaged with your eyes. And then at the last second, you make a pass to Cam Johnson for a 3. Not everybody can make those plays, but we have 2 guys that do it every night.
Were you able to see any family after this?
Yeah, as soon as I get done with you, I'm going to see as many people as I can. I haven't seen a lot of my family for almost 3 years. And so I'm looking forward to getting out of here and seeing a few of my kinfolk.
Okay, one last thing. You got Philly in Chicago and Philly in a back-to-back situation. They actually play each other, I think, tomorrow.
Yeah.
So how much would you watch that and prepping for it?
It's naturally you watch both, but I got to lock into Chicago solely just because that's the way I work. And two, they're championship caliber team. You better try to pick up as much as you can, and then I'll watch games that they've already played. So, but I enjoy that, having both teams there, and being able to have one of them on a back-to-back certainly helps. But I'll
just playing hard, playing for each other, doing the things we do. So it's a team effort. Coach is getting us ready, so it's everybody.
Coach was saying it was a little chippy in the shoot around, just like he likes it in terms of guys' mindset before a shoot around. Did you sense that as well? And how much did that impact when you guys played the game?
Yeah, we're ready, man. That loss we had the other day, stung. So we was ready to play again and, get back in the winning column. And that's what we did today. It came out and we played hard from the jump and kept playing to the end.
You guys are 20-5 on the road. What does it take to have that kind of number?
Just shows us who we are, man. Stuff's against us. We just stay together. There's only us out there, and we just go out there and play for each other.
I'm curious, the combinations, because with no Shaman and no Payne, you're seeing like different lineups, like Cam playing the two. How much adjustment has that been? How do you like the looks, the different, looks as far as lineup tonight?
Yeah, we just stay ready, man. We're all hoopers, at the end of the day. Our offense, we've been here for years, so you can put us anywhere, we know. But we just hoopers, bro. You can put us anywhere, we're going to be ready to play and do the best we can.
It's at two last things. One, obviously, we'll be going back home in a couple days to Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Just curious, when it's getting closer, how are you approaching that mentally when you're going back home to play?
Always excited. Always excited to see my family and let them get a chance to see me play. And being there. My whole high school and college career, that was easy for them. So I'm happy they can just come to the game and actually watch it, in person.
The only reason I bring it up is because Coach has his family.
Yep.
Tonight. Did you sense he was a little extra?
Nah, he the same. He the same.
That's all I got.
Thanks.
With them not having Brad, when you get on the run that you guys have in the second quarter, does the lack of that team having their leader feed into a sense that maybe you could put this game away early, that you can make them think that they're out of it at some point?
No, even without them, they play really well. Saw what they did at Philly. So we know they're a good team even without Brad. So we had to lock in. And that's why off the jump we couldn't let them get no confidence, just because we know how good they are. And once they hit a couple shots, they're gonna, they can beat us for sure. And it's not easy to, no matter if players out, it's not easy to win in this league. And so I'm just happy we came out, and went out there and threw the first punch.
Finish with Kellen Olson on Zoom.
Hey, Mikal, I just had two for you. First of all, you guys talk about good trip to great trip a lot, and just especially how after losses, the mentality on the plane right away is shifted to the next game. How great is it to be on a team like this where you have that mentality on losses and just treating it game by game?
Oh, it's amazing, man. We all know it. We all know when we lose. We always tell ourselves not to lose two in a row. So I think that's everybody's mindset. A lot of people, DA is one of the guys that really yell it. CP, book, like guys yell it, just like we're not losing two in a row. So just everybody locked in, and it's fun to be on that team.
Secondly, Draymond has said he's not going to play in the All-Star game, and your name has been floated out there as a potential replacement. What would that mean for you to be an All-Star?
That'll be a blessing, but that's just control what you can control. I'm out here just playing hard, man, just trying to help my team win. That's I think there's other guys as well that probably in the same position that I know deserve it. So I'm just out here just playing, man.
And it was nice. It was nice that we was tied together and we could put it together for long stretches.
Coach was saying that before the game, like in shoot around, it was a little chippy. That he liked that, the little edge to the shoot around. I think that carried over. How important is that when you have that kind of thing going in the shoot around and it carries over to how you guys end up playing in the game?
I mean, it's really important. You know, obviously we knew they didn't have Brad tonight, but guys in this league still professionals. You know, you got to respect your opponent. And it's crazy. We was talking about how bad they beat us here last year. You know, they beat us by 30 last year. So we wanted to come in here and try to make sure we got this win.
You mentioned, I think actually a couple games ago about Deandre's first game back, and he was clearly not happy with how he played the last game. So what did you sense from him in terms of early on that led him out of the kind of game he had?
I think for DA, it's not always about how he's scoring. You know, it's his energy, his defense. We feed off him a lot, you know, so, you know, him getting us loose for those little mid-ranges or those open threes, I think also opens it up for him. So he was great. You know, our defense was good, but what was even better was our rebounding.
Curious in terms of the combination you guys have had to use without Shaman and Payne, with some unique lineups, Cam playing the two. What's that been like making that adjustment without those two guys?
We just hoop. We say it all the time. All season long, we done had different guys in and out the lineup, and we just adjust, figure it out.
Last thing I have was, you know, you've been obviously a high-level player for so many years, but being in an MVP conversation, do you hear this or do you tune it out? Because I can remember after I think Carlissimo did a game, I want to say it was at Dallas. He was saying it's the best he's ever seen you play. Are you like hearing it and taking it in, or are you like, nah, I got to focus on?
I mean, I'm always going to focus in on what I got to do. You know what I mean? But I watch every game, every night, and I hoop and I play. And I feel amazing. The game, you know, with this team at times just comes so easy. You know what I mean? The system that we're in and the pace that we're playing in and stuff like that. I just feel like the game, I'm in a great spot. You know, game comes so easy. You know, every shot, you know where guys going to be. So it's almost like we're on cruise control right now.
I know you say you got to respect your opponent, that they don't have Brad, but when you get in a stretch in the second quarter like you guys had, you get the sense because he's not there that maybe there's a chance to kill this game off early.
Not for that reason. We just feel like that. We feel like whoever we playing on every given night, as long as we be who we are and do what we're supposed to do, that's supposed to happen. You know, I think we had that type of confidence, and we done built that up over the season.
Finish with two on Zoom. First, Kellen Olson.
Hey, Chris, Mikal was telling us you guys have a shared mentality on a day like today and not making it 2 losses in a row. You guys have told us about good trip to great trip. Have you been on a team like this before that has this type of mentality in the regular season?
Yeah. I mean, I've been on some pretty good teams. That team I was on in Houston, we won 65 games, I think, that first year. So it's a mentality, man. And no matter who you playing against, you got to have that same energy, and that's the consistency that great teams have. You know, it don't matter if you're playing the number 1, number 2 seed in the conference or the bottom team. You know, that's what it takes to be consistent.
How encouraging is it for you as a leader of this team to see the younger guys take on that mentality that I'm sure you and Jay have been preaching to them?
And it's great. It's great. And you know what? We already had competitive guys, you know, so that helps a lot. The guys are already competitive. And then just we all lead in different ways, and we just make sure that we try to hold each other accountable and understand big picture. You know, the way we'll get mad if it's a 2-point game and a guy does something, you got to have that same energy when you're up 20, 25. You know, that's the only way you stay consistent.
We'll finish with Brianna Holmes.
Hey, Chris. I'm a graduate of Winston-Salem State University, so I just wanted to ask you about your experience and how you've been balancing your schoolwork while also managing the #1 team in the league.
Well, first of all, congratulations on graduating. I'm hoping to be able to say that sometime soon. You know, it's funny when we're on the road, I try to manage my schoolwork and all that different type stuff. Actually, when I was in Phoenix 2 weeks ago, I did a couple Zooms with my teachers, and one of my teachers said I can only do one of the things like at 7 a.m. East Coast time, so that's 5 a.m. Phoenix time. So I'm gonna get up and do it. But when we on trips like this on the East Coast, that's when I try to knock out some of that stuff. So it's all good and well, and just want to try to get my degree.
Only 95 points. $95. That ain't us. But yeah.
I was going to ask you, obviously you were locked in this morning, and you were not happy about the last game. So how did that manifest itself tonight?
Didn't sleep. We'll rewatch the game twice and see what I need to do. Mainly it's just it was my wind. Best way I can get back in shape is by playing hard through these games and running on each possession as fast as I can. That's the quickest way. C and Dev, Mikal and Crowder just talking to me, making sure I'm in my spots. The level of intensity from the get-go, the energy was great. So we were locked in, especially the second quarter where we really started closing in on our defense. I think we had like 12 stops in a row, and we were counting. So it was fun out there to just finally have my feet up under me. I felt like I finally got my second bounce back. For sure. It was a play. Kuzma got his hands on it a little bit, but me just, continue going after it. I was like, yeah, my ankle's back. So, I've been working, doing a lot of rehab and just making sure I was ready to play. So I definitely felt good out there.
Coach was saying that about 4 minutes to the first quarter, you were like, hey, to him that said you were playing.
Correct. I was playing because Jay Crowder and him, MB. The only way you can get back in shape, DA, if you keep running as hard as you can each possession. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna, run it out. And he's seen me run a few times where I didn't need to run, but I was just running to just, get that, try to find that second one as fast as I can. And when I called for it, he immediately called Vail. Like he knew that was the plan. So it was on him on this communication, just letting me, just run it out. Find it.
And you said, I was talking about 12 stops in a row. At what point were you like, our defense is there? And which stop? 4 stop, 5th stop? You like?
It's never enough. Okay. You never think it's never enough. And this is the NBA. You know what I'm saying? We could get 100 stops on the team. Them dudes gonna find a way to score. Them dudes gonna find a way to shift the momentum, to get their self going. So this is the NBA. So it's really not thinking about what stop is to make us think that, okay, because the NBA teams will keep coming after you. And with us, our principle is not really letting up and letting guys get comfortable and letting them off the hook. So it's impossible to, just think about one of the stops, even though we had so many.
Now, fourth quarter, what was it like to watch? Not playing the
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I'm glad Coach threw those guys into some heat, some action. Even though the score was a score, we don't play the scoreboard. Them dudes knew what they had to work on and show Coach that they could play and, show Coach that they could sustain, the game and, finish off strong. And, that's what them guys do. They play it hard. No matter how it looked, they play it hard. We know they play it hard. They shared the ball. And we've seen some guys do some spectacular things and, just playmaking and running our offense.